Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie Beglow, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Welcome to another fun video. So today the products I am using are In the Moment, and I am using the dies that are bundled with the Welcoming Window set. I will be using, pardon me while I find it, this die right here, this little window die. Not any of the other ones at this point, but I wanted to show you it because this is an awesome bundle and I wanted to make sure I showed it to you. You can buy them separately, of course, but it is cheaper to get the bundle. So, and I am using from the new January to June 2022, the wonderful, beautiful favorite, In the Moment stamp set. This is a red rubber cling stamp set. I will be using this image, but I'm going to show you one done with this image also. And then the sentiment I am using, is that what I'm using? I think it is. Yes, I am using this stamp from in here, Sending Sunshine for a Beautiful Day. So I'm putting those together just so you can see what they're like. Now, I will be using from the celebration this wonderful, what is it, Simply Marvelous paper. If you have not seen it, this is the 6x6 paper that you can get for free with a $50 order. It's marvelous. It really is very pretty. So it's marbly on one side and sort of like a satin on the other. So I'm going to be using that. And then this paper, oh my golly, love it, love it, love it. It is called, and this is regular, this is going to continue, New Horizons. It's the 6x6. You get 48 sheets, 12 different designs. And let me show them to you very quickly. Most of them do look like scenes. Most of them you can kind of see a scene image from them. This one most especially, it's probably my favorite. I am using it today, but I want you to know how hard it was for me to cut this. Hard. And then these are the rest of them. I mean, they honestly do. They look like scenery. So if you are a 6x6 scrapbooker, heaven, right? And then let me show you real quick. The opposite side is just as pretty if you don't want the scenes. They're beautiful. They're so pretty. This one could be kind of a scene too. It looks so messy watercolory. They're all just really beautiful. That could be a scene, sea, grass, and sky. You could do that, or water. But yeah, love this paper. It's so pretty. So those are the Designer Series papers that I'm using, and I am also using a piece from the, what is it called? Let me see. I've got a few of them because I really like it. It's the one with the bumblebees. It's in the January-June Heart and Home stamp set. And I don't know if you realize this, but the back side of all of those Designer Series papers are some kind of a wood. So I will be using this, some basic gray for the card base, and a piece of a basic white for the inside of the card. So let's get started by just getting our card base together, okay? So this is an 8.5 by 11 cut to 5.5, and then of course you fold it at 4 1/4. So while you're watching, say hello. Tell me how many times have you been watching me? Are you following? Do you follow my page? Have you clicked that little button to follow? Let me know. And if you haven't, I hope that you will consider doing that. Also, remember that if you share my page, I do have drawings. So you might want to go ahead and share this. This is for the inside of the card. I don't remember what I'm doing with it yet, so I'm just going to stick it in there. I can't remember if I decorated it or not in my plan. Anyway, this is going to go on the front, but not just yet because there's some things I want to do before I put that on. So I am going to just show you very quickly that I took this image and my Memento ink, and I'm not going to make you watch me color, but I just used a scrap because all I really want is the girl So I'm not too concerned, although this is going to fit. I only wanted the girl. And then I colored her and fussy cut her out. I know, you're all gasping. I know, it's craziness. But I want you to see, I wanted her to wear the white jeans, so I used the light gray blend. Okay, and then I did a couple of different greens because I tried one, didn't like it, tried another. There's actually green in her hair thing. And then, I don't know if you can see, but the coffee cup is plain. And when I colored it, I didn't like it. So I kind of made it like a plaid coffee cup because we have those, right? I mean, plaid is cool. Let's be honest. Plaid is cool. So I did that and cut that out. And then trying to get all of my pieces together here, I cut 2 of those windows that I told you about. And what's cool about this die is, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it actually gives you a wood grain. And then, oh, I hope I didn't lose it. I cut another one and then cut it into a square. Oh, here it is. I cut the center of this window and then I trimmed it. I should have just used an end, but I wanted it longer. I'm going to show you why in just one second. So now I'm going to doctor it up a little bit and hope that I know what I'm doing. Because I did this all in theory and I didn't do a practice one. So everybody hold on because we don't know yet if it's going to work. We're only going to hope. So I am going to, and this is really hard. I am having cataract surgery. I'm not sure when this tape will be released, but I'm having it on February 7th and then again on the 14th for the other eye. And I can't tell you how quickly my eyes got fuzzy. Because I kept thinking, what do you mean I need cataract surgery? I'm not that old, and I'm not. Okay, maybe I am. But I'm going to say that I'm not and leave it at that. So now see how this makes a bigger window, right? Because I kind of wanted to mimic the window in there, and it's actually going to go that way. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on this, and it is going to make that other window pane a little bit smaller. I could have left that on, but I didn't want the bulk. Although, I mean, I guess that would have been fine too, really. But I figured, sometimes windows open, old-fashioned windows open. Now I have a big glue goober. Let me see if I can get that off. There we go. And so I thought it was okay if they weren't perfectly perfect. So, see, those are just a little bit smaller, but I'm good with it. And now I am going to, I'm going to adhere this first this time. Which one's longer? This one. Okay. And I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, on the ends, and then just thinly on the center. I really need to put my silicone mat under this because it may seep through, and I don't really want, and there I got adhesive everywhere. So now I am going to line this up like so. Oh, it's a little bit short. Let me move it up a little bit. Dang it. Well, so much for that idea. Didn't work quite the way I expected it to. So we're going to fake this, which is, it's how I live my life. I fake things. So you might want to cut that a little bit longer than I did, but I'm going to go ahead and complete this video for you guys and see what I can do about makeshifting this. Sometimes if you look really closely at things that are made by professionals, they may not be perfect either. Just saying. If you've ever had a contractor, there's a lot of stuff I would like to get done in my house, but I mean, we've had nightmares with contractors for so many times. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just use it right here. Kind of line it up and hold it for a second. Then I'm going to snip that off. Okay, so now I have my window such as it is. Is it perfect? Heck no. If you were looking for perfect, keep surfing the channels, because that is not who I am. Now, I know that I am going to want to put that on the onto this piece of paper. Okay? But I am going to grab my pencil, pardon me. I'm going to grab my pencil and I am going to mark off about where I want it to be. So I'm just going to pencil inside the four corners of the windows, like so. Okay, so now I can see where those are. Okay, pencil. And I'm going to grab my Stampin' Trimmer, which has leftover pieces in it, which is pretty typical. And now here's going to come the hard part, because like I said, I'm having a little bit of vision issues. So I'm not kidding you. I don't know. Has anybody else had cataract surgery? Because seriously, it happened so fast. I went into the doctor and then everything was fine. And he's like, oh, for your age, you've got the start. No big deal. Don't worry about it. And then a couple months later, I go back and I keep telling him, everything is so blurry. I'm like, everything's blurry by the end of the day. And sure enough, one of my eyes, the cataract just, it happens. It's rare, but it happens that a cataract will suddenly just grow really fast. And you can't see them when you look at me. So always have your eyes checked. I've worn glasses for years, so I've always gone, to a eye doctor of some kind. The exciting news is, though, that I will not need glasses after this, probably. I may need them for up close. See, I can see I didn't cut that one quite right. So I'm going to have to go back and trim that one a little bit more. This one doesn't look quite right either. Yep, see, I missed, and I don't want that to show. So I'm going to have to fix that. It's kind of hard to see when you're videoing, because I'm trying not to, excuse me, while I scoot it into my eye line so you don't have to see the top of my gray head, and get it into place. And I'm going to trim it a little bit. So pardon me for being out of your view for a moment. Hope you will forgive me for that. Anyway, so I'm taping a whole bunch of my videos because I know I'm having those surgeries, and I just want to be prepared just in case. It shouldn't be a problem, but better safe than sorry, right? I think I need to trim that one a little bit too. Crazy. There it is. All right. Let's see if that worked, or do I need to trim some more? We'll see. I just don't want to see, I don't want to see any of that in the background of my image. See, now I can see it, and I don't want that. So I'm going to scoot this and pencil where it needs to be cut again. And perhaps now that I have a hole cut, I can trim it by hand. Fussy cut it a little bit. Okay. So while you're watching me do this, are you also watching paint dry? I guess that's the question. So I am trying to get this on the other side of the pencil line so that I don't see it peeking through. But that's a very thin, these are very thin. So I don't want to go too far, or then I've got an opposite problem and I have to go grab another piece of Designer Series paper and I'd have to waste this beautiful paper, which I did not want to do. So let me trim this up a little bit because I can see my pencil lines there. Come on. So it's so weird when I tape because I know you guys aren't watching me while I'm doing it, and it's just weird to me. I want to talk to you, and I like when I do lives because I got a new tablet so that I could like see your comments, and here I am not seeing your comments, which is a bit of a bummer. Now I'm going to see, I see that this window is a little bit crooked, but you know what? This is kind of a cottagey thing. So, you know, maybe it was built by her great-grandfather a long time ago. And so that's why it is like this. Okay, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Silly as it might be. Oh, I shouldn't put that adhesive there yet. What was I thinking? I do not know. So let me wipe that up and get sticky fingers. And then I am going to put the ickiest part towards the bottom because the girl's going to kind of cover it up. And voila. Whoops. Maybe not voila. Just wah. So there we go. Now I have a window, right? I also cut a cushion, believe it or not. So I forgot that this needed to go on. So I have to hurry up and adhere this really quickly because I wanted it to set slightly under the window. And I gave it, this was all just wiggled by hand. I gave it kind of curved lines and everything so that it would look right. And now it's not sliding where I want it to because I glued this down. Let me see what I can do here. Perfection is overrated, but I can see some of my wood right here showing through. So I'm going to see if I can trim some of that away. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, if you see it and you can fix it, why not fix it? That's my opinion. So, I mean, you know, if I were giving this card to a close friend or if I were selling this card, I certainly wouldn't want it to go out not in the best possible light, right? So, I don't always worry about that, as you all know pretty well. Those of you who know me know how I feel about perfectionism. But I guess I'm in the mood today. I don't know. It's very weird. I know. You're all thinking that. What is she doing? That is not Carrie. She doesn't do those things. Well, I did today. Okay. So my cushion looks terrible. I'm very disappointed in how it fit on there. But it is a cushion. And I'm very perturbed by it. All right. So now I cut this before, and I'm hoping it's barely going to fit. So this is just a window sheet, and I am, it is just seriously barely going to fit. So I am going to use some Scotch tape. Actually, hang on, I'm going to cut a bigger piece because that's just too small. So hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So I ran and got another piece of window sheet. And it is definitely bigger. So let me set that over there. And then I can set this on here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of Scotch tape to hold it in place. This is not a shaker card, so I'm not going to like panic about that kind of stuff. I have adhesive on my fingers, so it's fighting me a little bit here. There we go. Just enough to hold it in place. I want to show you guys this. I thought I'd be really cool and stamp the window onto a piece of cinnamon cider, which is what I cut it out of, and then and then use an X-Acto knife to cut. I am horrid with an X-Acto knife. Horrible. But I do want you to see that the window panes on that are not exactly even either. Just saying. So, Grandpa's cottage it is, right? All right, so now I cut a piece of this beautiful paper. Killed me to do it. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to decide what I want showing through the window. Okay? I'm still hating that window seat. Hating it, but it is stuck. So there it is. All right, so I kind of like that. So I could glue that down too, which I normally might do, but I don't want it to move on me. So I'm just going to add some cellophane tape. Cellophane tape. Cellophane. Oh, God. You know, it's been a day. What can I tell you? All right. So now I have that done. So there is that. Looks terrible. I am aware that it does not look good. So with that beautiful that Marvelous paper, I cut out some pillows, and I kind of tried to copy this pillow on this pink one. I don't love how it came out, but I'm going to still use it. And I'm going to put this one here. That will kind of maybe help my cushion a little bit. And I'm going to put this one behind that one. I just wanted to know where it was going. So, there. And it kind of lifts it up a little bit because it is on the window. And I could have pop dotted these, but I chose not to. So I'm trying to look at how it looks like the pillows wrinkled a little bit. You know how they like to like poof a pillow, the fancy designers. So I've got that so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this to the front of the card. Now I do have tape on some of this, and the tape may not like my my liquid adhesive, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. See how it does. Always hope for the best, right? So I'm putting this on the front of my card. Centering that on there. Okay. Now remember I cut this out. I want you guys to see that. Can you see how the difference, if you can see it, you can see the wood grain on this more. I actually took my basic gray marker and I colored on the die, the actual die itself, before I cut it out. So I just took it and I took the brush end and I literally just colored it. And if you just do it on the side, you're only going to get the lines. Can you see that? I got to remember to leave that out so I clean it. But anyway, so that's how I got those darker lines in here. I didn't really need to do this, but at the time I did not know that. I just forgot, you know how it is. So I'm actually cutting out these cross braces because this is going to be a picture frame that is going to hold my sentiment. I thought that might be fun. So there you go. There's my picture frame, and it's going to go up there. And on the sentiment, I am going to stamp onto this fun designer series paper. Because I am doing the words sending sunshine for a beautiful day. Beautiful birthday, sorry. For a beautiful birthday. And then on the inside you could like stand. I know this is kind of maybe an unusual picture for a birthday, but why? Why? You know, when I'm doing this, it's one of my dear sweet friend customer's birthday the day I'm filming this. So she probably knows who she is. So I'm thinking of you on your birthday, but you already got your card. So, you know. All right. So I am, if you want to get a birthday card from me, message me and tell me when your birthday is, and I will be happy. Any excuse to mail a card, right? Be happy to send you a birthday card. That would be fun. Okay. I'm thinking about, May is the launch of the new annual catalog, and my birthday is also in May. So those of you who know that I do party weeks, I might be doing something a little bit even more because it's May. I'm trying to decide what's going on in my life. And it's a struggle to know from day to day. You know how that goes. Can you see how crooked my window is? This is definitely Grandpa's cottage. It's starting to settle. All right, now I'm just going to slightly curve my scissors so that they are going underneath this frame as I trim. So if you can see that, see, I tried it on the other side. You can see that I'm, that way none of it is showing. And it depends on where your adhesive is. I mean, if my adhesive in places is going to be too close to the edge, then that's not going to work. But that's okay. I can still get it pretty close, and I don't want to see the edging behind my picture frame. So there is that, and I am going to just adhere that to the wall of my card. And I don't want it exactly even with the window because, you know, I don't think that always happens in your home, right? Okay, now for my girl. She is going to sit right there, and see how it kind of hides the mess up? I mean, I know it's there, but hopefully not too many people will notice that I screwed this up a little bit, but that's okay. So now her I am going to put on Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. And I left my Take Your Pick tool on my other page. Now here I just happen to have it ready, a half of a mini dimensional. I'm going to put that on the coffee cup. And then I think I might want another one for her foot. So let me cut another half of one for by her foot. Now, I'm not going to be able to get the toe. I mean, come on. I mean, I probably could, but I'm not gonna. And I'm going to use quite a few dimensionals on her because I don't want her to get all bendy and icky when I mail her to whoever I mail her to. But I love this stamp set. I love this designer series paper, and they just seemed like they went together to me. Again, remember, I'm going to show you another one. So do you guys like this? I mean, do you guys like this kind of paper that kind of gives you a background? I think it's just, I love it. It makes scrapbooking and card making so much easier when they give you just like this amazing background to just start your card with. And honestly, some of those, like I said, they could be framed. They could be the whole scrapbook page. They could be the whole front of your card. You don't even necessarily have to put anything else there. They are so pretty just all by themselves. Maybe not the Marvelous paper. That might, I mean, it's beautiful, but that might need something. But the Horizon paper, I think that's what it's called. I've put it away now, and so you don't really want me to remember. Okay, so now she is going to be sitting just slightly off. Right there at the edge, right, well, that's a little too close. She might fall off the bench, right? Right there. So now her toe would be leaning on the pillow because it's crossed over the other foot, right? So there you go. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it's a fun way to use this beautiful paper. And then this just reminded me of Sunshine, when I saw it. And then here is the other one. I used this image right here, and you see how her skirt isn't that long. So when I stamped it, I just left room, and I used a black marker for the edge. These birds the birds and the thinking of you are from another stamp set, and I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, but I did want to show you, I did do the inside of this card like that. But, and also her little glass. I don't drink like any alcohol, so I don't know. I just used Flirty Flamingo. Pink champagne? I don't know. For me, it would be pink lemonade. So there you go. And I did fussy cut. I fussy cut. Her arms are separate. Her hat is separate. Her hair is separate. Her dress, obviously. The champagne glass is not. Or wine glass. Is that a wine glass? I don't know. But anyway, and then I just stamped the birds and the thinking of you right onto that designer series paper. And she is also pop dotted. Stampin' Dimensionals. So there you go. Those are my two fun cards with the In the Moment stamp set and this awesome designer series paper, which is right here. And it is called New Horizons, just like I thought. So there you go. I hope you like it, and I hope you will come back and watch me again. My name is Carrie Beglow. I am your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you'd like to shop for these or any other Stampin' Up! Products, you can go to my Stampin' Up! Website at memoryinkers.com. That is also my email address at att.net. Although, just a heads up, I might be changing. I'll keep the Memory Inkers, but I think I'm going to get a new provider because I can't use my email on my computer, only on my phone. It's making me crazy, and they don't have an answer for me. So I don't know what's going to happen there. If you do place an order, please use this hostess code PGC7TF7MZ. Unless you and your friends get together and you place an order of $150 or more, don't use that code because that would qualify you for hostess benefits. Don't forget it's Celebration. So every $50 gets you a level 1 free item from the Celebration catalog. Or if it's $100 in product order, there are 2 items for that. So, or you can get 2 of the level 1s. Either one, either or. So, all right. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you will come back again. Bye.